So hi guys, we are having Anu. She's a freelancer social media manager with 5 years of experience, which she's helping to DTC brands to grow their presence online. So she specializes in social media strategy, content marketing, audience engagement, and she has worked with multiple business to build a strong brand identities, increase the visibility, and create meaningful connection with the audience. And she's having a strong expertise in Instagram. So, hi Anu, welcome to our show, Strategic Shift.
Sure. Thank you so much for having me on your podcast. And hi,
So,
hi to your audiences.
so Anu, why this field? Why this?
Okay, so I myself is not very sure why this field. It has started in 2020 when I was pursuing my CA, and I was not very happy at that moment because I never wanted to be a CA, and then I don't know something just like we used to have articleship, and in 2015, one of my juniors said that if you don't have your Facebook account, what you are doing? You are not uh, going with the going with the generation. And my boss once asked, "Do you know how to install WhatsApp?" And I was like, "No, I don't know even what is WhatsApp." I was so new to like social media, and then I don't know what happened. And I thought of starting my one Facebook page, and it was about motivating CA students. And over the period of time, I have thought, why not sharing the story of CA students who failed? Because the people who are becoming CA, everyone's is just publishing their stories, but no one is just showing the side where people are not very happy. So in that process, I have decided to make website, and that's how I got into digital marketing. And then I have uh, I have realized that there is one niche, very small niche, which is social media marketing. And then, of course, there is one more niche, which is Instagram marketing. And that's how I got into this. And since then, I've been just loving it.
So basically, how you told about the Instagram marketing, you're loving it. So how did you learn the Instagram marketing? Because there's a lot of education is not there about the Instagram, because I've seen a lot of YouTube videos. People don't give so much knowledge. I think so it would be their video. I don't know. Sorry, but how you know so much about the Instagram marketing?
Okay. So there was a person named Shibam. He is my first mentor. So first I just get in touch with him, and then I asked him, and he explained me everything. Of course, in a very short span of consultation, no one can give everything. But it gave me the direction. And then I searched a lot on YouTube. I enrolled for a lot of courses. And slowly and gradually I get to know more about Instagram marketing. Yeah.
Instagram marketing. So if I'm a beginner, so in which things in which element should I touch in? Because if I want to grow my page, there's lot of things. One is to grow the page, company's page, generating leads, or anything other. I'm missing it out. So how we can do these things?
So if I will say you are a beginner, I would say just go for the content marketing. Content is everything. And if you are managing the clients, then ask the client what they want for you. To your voice, what you really want to say through your brand. If your brand identity is of a very nonchalant kind of person, just behave that way, communicate that way, have that voice through your content. And if you're very intellectual, then your brand, I'm saying if your brand is very intellectual, then say in that way, communicate in that way. So yeah, focus on the content marketing, and content marketing is everything. Instagram is equals to the content marketing. If you nail the content, you nail the Instagram game. And when we talk about the Instagram followers very should always be very secondary goal. You should always communication will always be, like, communication should be the first and the primary goal. Your followers will come along with it.
Ourselves. If we need to grow.
But never focus on being unique, because we can never be unique. But just follow your voice.
Yeah.
Just say what you wanna say. If you want to copy someone, not exactly, but take the inspiration, take it. If you want that, I don't want any inspiration, I just want to be myself, be that.
So you mentioned about it, we need to nail the content marketing, and you talked about the brand identity. So first, the question I'm asking you, what is a brand identity? And you can just explain with an example, because there would be a lot of people who would be new to it.
Yeah, see, I'm not very expert in it. The brand identity part is on the brand designer's shoulder. Okay.
Okay.
Not brand designers in itself, but somewhere. Okay, there are lots of terms and the positions. So I'm not an expert, but to give the brief, I would say brand identity means giving an identity to the brand. Because you being an owner and your brand are two different identity. So you are giving the identity to your brand. You can be very, very emotional person, but you know that your brand is not that emotional person. He is very logical. He or she is very logical. So you are giving that identity. And there are lots of things in brand identity, like the voice, the tone, the communication way, everything. You are just giving, I don't know how to say, like there is one person and you are just making them wear the clothes, giving them the personality, giving
Okay.
them the tone. So this kind of thing comes under brand identity. And once
Okay.
you know that this is how my brand looks like, this is how my brand talks, then you can just create the strategy accordingly, specifically the Instagram strategy.
Okay. Then coming to content marketing, because you know Instagram very well. North, south, west, east, northeast, north, you know everything.
I'm still learning a lot.
Yeah. So
Because, I have been doing it since 2020, but it was so on and off. Because I was doing two things side by side, pursuing my CA and doing this. So I was never able to give my 100% to my this particular job. So last
have you
year,
seen we that CA?
since last year, I have been doing it completely. So you can say that in my bucket, there is 1 years of solid experience.
Okay, okay. So what is content marketing basically?
So there is, like, content marketing is basically how you are communicating with your audience through content.
Okay, so
That's
that
the content.
will upload content consistently. Okay, for past 6 to 4 months. Okay, but you see, there's something is not happening. The follower is not growing. If there's no leads, so why they stop uploading the content?
Okay, so there could be a lots of reasons. One, she might be very exhausted because her goal is not goal are not being achieved. Second, when you consistently create the content, you get out of the ideas and then you get exhausted in another way. You are burnt out. Then third, she might be busy somewhere. I don't know. It could be the reason that she might be busy somewhere and she might have other priorities. But there are two very major reasons. That one, people got burnt out, and then second, they are just demotivated. So consistency does not come that you have to do every day. It's just that you have made one routine which goes very smooth for you, and then you are following that. For me, I have made a routine of posting 3 days a week, and I'm going to just follow that. For, like, in Feb and Jan, I have followed this, and I had been consistent in those 2 months, and now I'm going to follow that again. So
Consistency, discipline matters a lot.
yeah, discipline matters a lot, and never run behind the numbers. Numbers will follow you. You just have to be disciplined.
You mentioned that basically there's a lot of market gap. How to identify the market gap if we want to grow in any field, means in the social media marketing, Instagram.
Okay, so I just want to clarify the question. Are you asking from the brand's perspective, or are you asking keeping a social media manager in the mind?
For example, what happened? There's a lot of people who are totally new to the content creator. Okay. For example, Arno, you are a very experienced content creator, means you are having around 1 million. Okay. I am Pratyasha who have just joined. She is just having 5 to 10 followers. You are my inspiration. Okay. But I'm uploading the content, but I'm feeling a lot of demotivation. I'm not getting a content, means uh, I couldn't do upload the content because I'm not having the content calendar. Means I couldn't express in the words, but content. I'm not having the content planning. To how to do the content planning?
Yeah, content creator. So even taking the example is little unfair to the big creators. I'm a very small creator, but when it comes to making the strategy and the planning, I would just say experiment for 1 to 2 months because you don't know what you really like. So just experiment. Yes, it's very good to have the inspiration, but don't just run behind them. Don't compare your step one with someone else's step one. Don't compare. Take the inspiration. Just take, if you are planning to give 5 content a week, then just choose what you enjoy watching. And then create it. Even if you want to copy it, but I would say never copy 100%. Give it your taste, like your touch. And that's it. Do it for 2 months and then you will have your own, like what you like doing, what you like creating. You have your own, what is it? You will have your own, like your persona, content persona. And then you can create the content accordingly. Then you can plan the content. If you take my LinkedIn, everyone is posting very educational kind of content on LinkedIn, but I never enjoyed posting educational content. And I started creating very sarcastic content. For the first 2 months, I was very nervous. I was like, what if people would not like it? And I was like, fuck it. I am liking it. I am enjoying it. I will do it. And slowly people start liking it. And I still know, I'm still, a lot of people are not getting, not a lot of people are liking the content, but I'm really happy. I never run behind the content because I never run behind the numbers because I love creating this kind of content. So even if I'm getting one like, I'm really happy. So just
Okay.
create the content which you like you enjoy watching. That's it. Create the content which you enjoy watching.
Okay. So when did content start feeling like a job you didn't sign up for? You just mentioned it, but
Yeah, see, I have started since last 1 year very
okay.
seriously.
Mm.
And when I was like that, you cannot create the content which you really like it. You are a creator, but brand is not a creator. They want the numbers. When people are running behind the numbers, then it start feeling like a job to me. Because being a creator, I'm always behind the content ideas, the very creative ideas. And brand, on the another side, they are just behind the numbers. You just create the good content. If it is not getting the numbers, it has no means. It it, it is just zero. So then it start getting the job for me.
So basically, how do you make a use of AI? Because AI is
Yeah, initially I was very against AI. I was like, human mind is human mind. No one can beat it. But then slowly I have started using it, and now I use it for content writing. I use content writing and generating few images. So currently I'm using Gemini for image generation and Claude and ChatGPT for the captions and the content.
so content creation, Instagram thing. What make you look productive and what make you didn't look productive?
See, I am a person who's never productive. Now I have started taking it very seriously. And if you will ask me now, I guess if I have decided that I'm going to shoot something, And if I have done it, if I'm strict to my own commitments, that's productive.
So you are, I think so content marketing has made you a lot of things. It's made you productive. It has made you disciplined. It has,
Actually, make
and
me
it
better
has made
person.
you, I think so, great in communication also.
Yeah, I didn't get you. Can you just say again?
Means a great communicator also, a great public speaker also.
Oh, thank you. I have actually learned all these in last 1 year. So
Yeah,
thank you
because
so much.
yeah. So even content creation helped me a lot because even it has made me expert in, not expert, but a
Hmm.
communicator, a good communicator.
Yes,
The camera
definitely.
shyness also is gone from here.
Yeah, like now when I shot videos today, I have realized that I have become very much confident. I still have a long way to go, but I have reached to a very good point. So content creation gives a lots of feather to my wings, I would say. So I'm happy.
Okay, so I so this one is gonna good for you. So what happens when the brand has a dead engagement? What should we spot? What should we check first? Actually,
Okay. So first, I need to know what's their expectation, you know, and it's not always about the engagement because even if your content are very good, you people are not liking it. So it's not about the numbers. It's about the how much I am getting, you know, how much I want to see more of the content being their audience. Because people will never engage with your content at the first content piece. They need at least 2 to 3 months. They really need. See, I'm also consumer for someone, and I never follow someone's page. I never engage with until and unless I'm not really, like taking away from their content pieces. So I look from their perspective, and I know how much human the brand is looking like to me. And first, I work on the content, and then I see on the engagement. But I'm telling you from a very real world that these all are very good book apps. When you just really work with the client, posting the content matters a lot because they really don't care what kind of the communication you are putting in the content. They just want the content should be posted. So the ultimate control is in the client's hand. And if the content is getting posted according to the client, it's good to go. They don't look at the engagement and all. They just want if the content are getting posted as per our wishes, it's good.
okay. So up next, yeah. So next question is, what is the content advice that you always get, which is not relevant, and they just give the advice like this?
इंस्टाग्राम
Hmm.
क्योंकि आई गेस कि इंस्टाग्राम पे जितने भी एडवाइसेस है ना those all are very good, but I never take any advices from LinkedIn because people are saying a lot of shits on LinkedIn, and I'm like, just follow your heart, post whatever you want to post. Yes, there should be very somewhere there should be like a professional touch or maybe a final touch. It should not completely raw. It should have a very structured flow. Otherwise, just I never listen to the LinkedIn advices. Advices of like post a very long hook and the body and the CTA and then a picture, these things, and then post 3 comments to it. I never follow these things. I'm like, why you have to do it? Just enjoy the content creation, and that's enough. But again, I'm saying follow this if you're doing it for your clients, but don't follow as a creator if you really don't want to. Yeah. I personally don't follow this the whole structure with the proper hook, then a body, then the CTA, and then the picture, then the 3 comments. I don't do that.
Something okay. People say that if you want to make your content creative, you need to be funny. When I make a content creative, okay, I don't love to add funny things because I think it's just a serious thing because I upload a content about the business case studies, business. I don't feel like I should be adding funny things. Okay, because I don't feel, because this is the information, it's serious. People should follow it, but if you're gonna give it in a funny way, that would harm this content strategy. And that is not coming under my thing. So people often say that you need to use a good hook. You have told me that, but we need to use those things which is suitable for you. You told us that we need to be ourselves. So what is your take on this?
Okay, so there are two things. The one is that people are saying that you have to be funny if you really want
Hmm.
to grow. That's a bullshit. That
Hmm.
I really don't like when people are, uh, like tagging something. You have to be funny if you want to be, if you want to grow fast. It's not that way. You don't have to be funny. You just have to be you. Somewhere, one creator has said that you have to have a voice, a very strong voice. Now, how you're saying things, that doesn't matter as such. But if you have the voice, you will be outshined and then people will definitely follow. So this is complete bullshit that you have to be funny, you have to be you. The second thing, that people are, you are saying that um you are sharing educational content and that cannot be funny. I little disagree on it. You can be funny and you can be educational if your nature and your personality is that. There are a lot of Instagram creators who are posting educational and very uh like very valuable content on social issues, being a very sarcastic person. We can find the intersection if you really want to do it. And if you don't have that funny personality, it's completely okay. You have to have a voice, that's it. You don't
This matters a lot.
a lot. I guess I don't remember that creator's name, but she said it very strongly, and I loved it. So it's really important that you have a voice. You don't have to listen to the bullshit advices that you have to be this, you have to be that. You have to be you. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. So how did you get clients? So because this is आप कंटेंट मार्केटिंग करते हो,
Hmm.
अब क्लाइंट्स को ना लाने होंगे.
Hmm. Okay, so I'll be very honest. I am honest because I just want to be portray the very
Yeah,
clear picture to the aspiring social media managers. Then when I get into this business, I have been told that you can charge this amount of number for small amount of deliverables. And I sweat away by this, and I came to point where I was just not delivering anything to the client, and still I'm charging a very hefty amount for that kind of deliverables. And client were giving me, and I was not feeling very okay. So my number of references get reduced by it. And then when I realized it, I started doing a lot of hard work on delivering. And then my references start getting, like start getting coming to my to me. So the first is the references. The second, the inbound leads. So when I initially started, I used to post a lot of content. So I used to get a lot of inbound leads from there. So Instagram really worked for me for the inbound leads. Then in then I started using WhatsApp groups. So there are lots of WhatsApp groups where people put the hirings, so and the requirements, and I used to apply on that. But later I realized that WhatsApp, uh, like WhatsApp leads are very low hanging fruits kind of. And then I started the outreach. Uh, I'm still doing the outreach. I will definitely update the responses in the comment section. Once I'll get a very good response, I'll definitely update in the comment section. So these are the four types which I get the clients from.
when I got my first client, I got it through referral.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
I
I
got my
got it.
first from inbound. My
Yeah,
90,
then yeah, yeah.
sorry,
Sorry, sorry.
no worries. My 90% of the leads used to be from inbound, but then I told you that my delivery was not good. So that affected a lot to me. So one advice to my aspiring social media managers, that be very much hardworking when it comes to the delivery.
Uh, in every social media marketing, so coming to your mainstream, how do you do profile optimization?
Okay, so profile optimization is divided in few sections. The one is the name section. Second is the one is the username section, then the name section, then the bio, and then the link, and then highlights. So if your client is not very, like not very rigid, then you can add the keywords in the username and in the name, in the bio, everywhere. Keywords, if you have a brand who sells brass cookware, so put the brass cookware in the username, in the name section also. Name section also put the location if possible. And then put that in the bio section also. So this is how I optimize. And then bio section, just tell who you are, what you do, and what kind of the problem you solve. What you do or what kind of the problem you solve are the same thing. And then how we can reach out to you. This 3 to 4 things are enough.
Ask you that profile optimization is done. Okay, so should we go for Instagram ads or not? Means
We should always go for Instagram ads, but it depends when you are running ads. So first, build some content so that when you are running ads, people can come to your page and they can see something. They can see your brand as a person. Like they can have the voice, they can have the tone, they can have any kind of the conversation. Don't just start running ads from the first post. At least just wait for 60 to 90 days. Just train your algorithm and then then start running the ads. That's what my like experience says. Every marketer must have the different experiences.
I have mentor. So for me, the mentor's experience was very bad. Okay, so
Oh,
how to identify a mentor? How to see that he's a good identifier? He's a green flag mentor or a red flag mentor? Because I had some kind of mentors. Okay, they were just demotivating me. Okay, so I
how?
was just surprised. Means they were telling me that you couldn't achieve anything, you are not capable of doing anything. So from that onwards, I didn't have any mentor. It was just my lord. Simple.
I'm
Yeah,
really sorry for you having such bad mentors. From my
not
experience, yeah,
not so.
actually, it's like a bad thing that someone is getting a bad mentor and someone is getting a person who's demotivating you. So
Yeah.
that's really bad thing. And when it comes to your question, I personally I would say there is no bad or good mentor. Mentor is mentor. It depends on you how much liberty you are giving to that person, how much control of your career you are giving to that person's hand. So if you have one question, so just stick to that question, ask to that person. If he's guiding, well done. If he's not guiding, then find another one. That's what I have experienced. And I realized I have a lots of mentor, and one of is my own little brother. He taught me so much. Once, like he taught me a lots of things. And coming to your second question, how to identify someone is good or not, I understand that it's my personal philosophy that I don't tag anyone as a good and bad, but yeah, there is always someone good and someone bad. So the one is, if he is showing what he or she had already done, like they are speaking what they have done. So if that's there, they are very good mentor. Their way of speaking, how before signing up for the mentorship, just have the conversation with them. If they're really getting you and your queries, then sign up for that. Otherwise, don't do that. I guess these two things are very good. If they're really doing what you want to be, if they're really into like on those step 10 in your field, then go for it. And the way of taking someone who know less. They are not demeaning you for asking the stupid questions. They are not disrespecting you. They are not invalidating your questions. Then they are really good.
Job also. How we can get.
Yeah. Okay, so okay, sorry. Complete your question. Okay. So I will say you that I had been doing a lot of two things side by side. So I never had the income stability. So I always die for having the income stability. And I thought that having a job would be uh, good for having income stability. And luckily I got one job, and it was very good paying job. They didn't take my interview or anything, but it was so toxic. It was so pressuring. I I come from a freelance job where we are charging a certain amount of number for a certain amount of content post, and that certain it's somewhere like 500 to 600 rupees per post, and we are like post one content a day, max to max, to not like max to max one content a day. I come from that mentality, and suddenly I shifted to a space where they are asking me to post three posts a day every day. And I was like, okay, what it is happening? What's happening around me? And I was like, okay, Anu, you need income stability. You have to do it. So I anyhow was doing it. And then in like where I am coming from, we create this strategy keeping the audience in mind. Okay, like what audience is actually expecting from this our product, maybe what kind of the thing we want to communicate to our audience. Now here I am asked to keep the I don't know what they have a very different content strategy framework, very different, and I was very confused what they're actually doing. They even asked me to copy, like clear cut copy someone, and I was just unable to digest. Like this is not what I am supposed to do. But overall, this was very exhausting. And one day they said, "Anu, we don't want you. We are firing you." At first, I was very happy. Okay, finally, the pressure got off my shoulder. But then, when I didn't get my salary, like the next coming month, I not for the month I have worked, but for the next month when I didn't get my salary, it hit me hard. Just because I'm not getting money, but otherwise, I was very relieved that finally I am just cut off from this pressuring space. It was not adding any value to my portfolio, to my skills, nothing. So the job experience was bad. And with that job, I have realized that I don't want income stability. I just want mental stability. That's it. Peace. Peace is above all. Because the work I'm currently doing, I don't do a lot of work. Because I know how to manage the client, how to how to make the deliveries, and I know how I'll manage it. But there was like a very unnecessary pressure, very unnecessary pressure. There was no need of such pressure, but they still putting like posing those pressure on you because they're paying you. So that was not a good experience for me.
Okay, coming to my also. Okay, so I was in MBA. So after in
Wow.
summer break, you need to do internship. Okay,
Yeah.
I yeah. So I got one of the mentor. Okay, she was shouting at me like this. Told her someone who just hired for me. So it was just through referral. I just told her that please change my mentor because I need a good peace. I
Yes.
need a peace. I don't need a toxic life. Okay.
Hmm.
And I think so in 1 to 2 3 years, he changed or the mentor.
Mentor is never supposed to be toxic. If mentor is a toxic person, that shows that they are bad person.
I know I still respect her because I got a good mentor. Only one mentor I got it.
He or she must be a very bad person because I believe that if you're teaching someone something, you have to be very kind.
Actually, when I was fresher, there was some of the people you're telling me to do unpaid internship. I said that's
Yes, I
if
have
you
done.
are if you are doing it in abroad, you might be
Hmm.
get jailed because unpaid internship is a crime. It's just a
But
crime ring.
I still have to learn a lot to believe this that unpaid internship is a crime. 'Cause I have done a lot of unpaid internship, and I thought that if I'm getting skills developed, it's good. But I know I have to be in line with you.
Better than you. I so said that, hey, listen, I know I'm a fresher, but I have done a project. You cannot tell me that you are a fresher, you have not worked somewhere. You couldn't tell me to do unpaid internship.
Yeah, it's good, way better good if you know much better than someone,
Hmm.
but that doesn't give you a right to demean someone else. That's bad.
Yeah, and this is, I was just saying that this is not a thing that you can tell that because many of the juniors just tell me, that, can we do unpaid internship with stuff? I said, listen, if it's not breaking you up, do it. If
Yes.
it's breaking you up, don't do unpaid internship because
Don't
you
do.
have a lot of remote job available on
Yes.
online.
Don't ever do unpaid internship if you are not get anything in return. And get anything means either you are getting a very good mentor who is teaching you how to manage the client, how to be professional, how to manage the pressure. If they are teaching you that, you are getting the foundation built to make yourself a very good founder or a owner or a good person in a professional field. Or if you're not getting anything valuable to add in your portfolio, don't do that. If you think this particular project can uh, take me to get the project of 10K or 20K or 30K, then do the unpaid internship, otherwise, don't do it.
Yeah, respecting my work, so I couldn't work for free.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're not getting the respect, then don't do it. And I would
Okay.
also say that don't always look at the monetary part.
Hmm.
Sometimes non-monetary internship also giving you a very good opportunity and also putting you in a room where you can never think of. I will give you one example that I have started my venture named Between the Bars, and I work as wedding content creator. And I have done a free project. But the kind of experience I have gotten there, because I had nothing to show to other people. The kind of love I have gotten there, the kind of support I have gotten there, the kind of, not the opportunity, because I haven't gotten any project from there, but my foundation is built, my expectation is set. That this is how I have to be treated. So if you are getting something in return, don't always look that you have to take the monetary part. If you are getting something, the portfolio, maybe the foundation, maybe the work ethics, anything, take it. I know I need a lot of unlearning to be in line with you because you are always right that unpaid internship should be treated as crime. It should be treated as crime. Likewise, we treat child labor as crime. It should be treated. I understand. I should never promote it. So, viewers, I would say don't do the unpaid internship. Do it at a very lower budget. But if you are even doing it at 5% of your overall budget, do it. But don't do it for free. I'm sorry. Don't do it for free.
I don't do unpaid internship.
Don't do that. I need a
Yeah.
lot of learning.
Yeah, yeah. So what I do, so for example, you were saying in content marketing you didn't know about, but I think so. If you go for other fields like data analytics, AI agent, there's lot of projects that is available on YouTube. You can show them as in a term of
Yes.
experience.
Yes.
I think so content marketing is also having these type of things
Yes.
project.
I guess Tanmay Bhatt has said if a teenager who has 10K followers is way better than a CMO. Which shows if you are creating content for yourself and if you're getting the views, if you're getting the followers, then it's also a project. So you can show it as portfolio as well.
But organization is what I need. Content creator after 5 years to 3 years.
May you repeat?
So Tanmay Bhatt has also told that you might be needing your organization or your work might be needing content creator after 2 years or 5 years.
Yeah, we need content creators because this is
Yeah.
how we are marketing
Hmm.
everything. Be it our product, be it our services, be it our personal brand. Everything we need the content creators.
Yeah, content creator and AI expert because uh
I need to learn
client,
AI from you. I hope I
yeah,
need to learn.
yeah, I will be so yeah, a good prompt designer also.
Can we just pause for a second?
Yeah, actually, what is called basically how can we get a job in content marketing and a client because I think so whenever we get our first thing we do a job in any field, okay, it's content marketing. So how can we get a job in content marketing?
Okay. So I would say just either do the internship at some places and make some experiences and then apply for it, or either make content on yourself and make it as a project. Do the dummy project or anything. That's how you get. See, there are two scenarios. The one is the job. So if you really want to get the job, take the internship. Internship is the right way to get it, and how to be prepared for it. Learn some courses or take some courses or anything. And just build your little bit of the experience and then apply for the internship, and then you know the ladder. When you want to be in the freelance space, how to get the client, same. Just uh like just create the portfolio, either do the dummy project or do the project for your own self, anything. Just make a very basic portfolio, charge pitch at a very lower price, and then you know the ladder, then just keep on growing. These are the two which I have applied. These work for me, and yeah, that's
Newsletter or books you read related to content marketing or for growing your means business or means your personal branding, client experience and all.
okay. So I am a book person, but
Same here. Every day
I
one page.
I
And
currently
non-fiction. But
this the Banaras Talking by Satyavas. So I
okay.
am a fiction reader. I never enjoyed reading non-fiction book. But instead of books, I would love to suggest some creators. So the first one is Mad at Woman, which is Pranita Bajoria. Follow her. Then Sorted Girl, Aarti. Follow her. They have really good content to teach how to do the things or to make you updated with the market. So these two creators currently I am recalling. If I get more, I'll definitely update you. You can add in the description. Okay. Yeah. I have lots of good creators, and the social media manager, I prefer watching those contents to be updated, to learn something new, and to unlearn something with like something old. Yeah, something old.
Okay, Kamini, last question. So, how did you? How is your communication so good? How you're having a strong hold in the communication, and you feel like give up? So, means there are a lot of people who are not seeing successful in their career, and they just want to give up. This is the last question, and we are gonna wrap this podcast.
So I got your first question, so I will reply to that, and I didn't get your second question, so I want you to ask that again. Okay.
Okay,
So
sure.
the first one, how my communication is so good. There was a time when someone humiliated me for not having a good English.
Yeah.
And I understood that he was not coming from a very bad space. He told me for a genuine reason. So I know I have worked a lot hard on myself. And this particular slow pitch, it come from one of my recent clients. And she talks very, very sweetly, very calmly, very slowly. She knows where to take the pauses. She knows everything. And that inspired me a lot, and I started practicing that. So if I'm getting inspired by something, if I'm liking something, I start practicing that. So that's the one thing. And can you just repeat your second question?
So you are running out of time. That's why I was covering a body. Yeah.
So I'm not running out of time. I'm just scared कभी शुरू हो जाए, I don't know. So हमारा वो नहीं होना चाहिए, disturb नहीं होना चाहिए.
Okay. So what happened? We face a lot of setbacks in our team. Okay. Lot of setbacks. So how to grow? How to face those setbacks? Because there are people around us, toxic people, but we feel that we should not be affected by those things. But how to? Everyone has said that we don't need to be feel affected. But how to not? How to stay away from those toxic people and their thought doesn't impact our work.
Okay. So we are social animal. We can never be away from people, be it good people, be it bad people. So we cannot say that. The second thing is how to not feel affected. See, we are human being. We always feel something. But if you're feeling something and you know that you might be reacting negatively on it, take a pause. You can talk to your friends. If you don't have the friends, just watch good, something soothing. If you are not liking or not feeling like watching, then journal it. Do anything but release that negative emotion in a very good way. Don't release in a very negative way. And if you're feeling demotivated, it's fine. Everyone feels demotivated. We all should. Take a pause, take a break, do which you like doing, and never put anyone on pedestal. Don't take anyone's opinion, anyone's words so seriously. Never take it. If you have belief, if you have faith in you, the one thing is that if you have one dream, just think that universe has saw that potential in you. That's why he or she put that dream in you. Just have faith in you and just be so passionately behind. Demotivate बहुत बहुत जरूरी है. Because these are just feelings, these are emotions, and we are human being. We feel that. Just feel it and just let it go. That's it. I know it's very easy to say than done, but give it a try.
For being a podcast guest, and so audience have learned a lot. Even I have learned a lot about the Instagram marketing and how brand identities, content marketing works, how to build a strong, how to have a strong creativity and be ourselves. So these things are very important in Instagram. And yeah.
But one of the one of the thing in my vision board for this year that I want to be invited by someone for their offline or online community or the podcast, and you came to me. So you are answer to my prayer. So thank you so much for inviting me. It's such a big deal for me. I know people might be saying after that she doesn't know herself anything, why she's on podcast. But thank you so much for believing in me and for inviting me here. I'll always be grateful.
And more podcasts with you. Just we all figure out timing about Instagram marketing.
I try to keep everything so structured that so that the viewers can take away something from our podcast. Okay?
Yeah, Instagram marketing for individual, for the and business also.
Yeah, let's keep it around D2C brands because I'm not pretty good at for the creators or the influencers.